12:48 in the morning. Every day I wake up and I ask, why do I do this to myself? Right, phone call in about 5 minutes, so better get up. It's 5 a.m. I do not enjoy waking up this early, but we've got to do it to help drive the business forward. And stay tuned, because today I'm going to go through how I run my Amazon business and why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 a.m, coffee in hand. This is an essential part of any early person's wake-up call. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and right now I'm on a mission to do £1 million by the end of next year. I'll drop a link up above. But today I'm going to show you a day in my life. Pretty much what I do is a snapshot of a typical day that I do working across my 2 businesses and remotely in Gran Canaria. The question I'm always asking people is, how are you going to keep smashing your day? And winning the day is probably one of the most important things you can do. Waking up early in the morning, that is going to make a difference. So let's get through it. Phone call with the team, headset on. Oh my God, it's too early. Ooh. Right, okay, here in the office now, and for me, this is about, or top tip, should we say, for you guys, managing your time. Now, quite simply, my time is my most important asset, and the same for you. And if there's one thing you get control of that's going to make the biggest difference to your Amazon business, it is going to be time. So for me, in my business, how do I do that? Quite simply, I have my Google Calendar, and I block out time for everything. Pretty much down to about 30 minutes, I know exactly what I'm doing every single day. And all I have to do is just do exactly what my calendar is telling me. I get everything that I want done, and I get results. And that helps grow my Amazon business, support my team, and allow me to live the life that I like to do. Question for you, how do you manage your time? Drop it in the comments down below. I want to know about that. Now, one of the things I have actually just gone through is, it's not so much myself, because today isn't a Monday, but on a Monday I will go through all my cash flow, my bank accounts, to check everything is right. But I've just had a customer who uses a cash flow sheet, and they just wanted me to double check. So I've gone through their cash flow, understood what's going on with their bank accounts, what money they've got coming in, what money's coming out, and also as well, just kind of expenses and how they're balancing their books. So I've just kind of given them some feedback on maybe where I would tweak certain things that will give them a little bit more cash flow in the short term, and they'll need to pull back again later. That's going to help them in their business. So managing cash flow within your business, and you probably don't have to do it on a day-to-day, I do it on a week-to-week, is super, super important. And we set it up on a Monday, and if you're interested in learning how to manage your cash flow better, I'll drop a link up there to a video that I've done about how I manage it, and with a great sheet that I use that you too can get as well, about managing cash flow. So one thing we just went through is that it's Q4, and every Q4 I like to buy my prep center a hamper, a Christmas hamper. So we've just chosen the Christmas hamper we're going to ship to them this year. That's pretty good. So Sam over at Home Outdoor, you've got a Christmas hamper coming your way. Obviously, thank you very much for all the hard work you do. Now, obviously, I wouldn't be able to live alone or out here on an island without having a prep center. It's super key for my business, and supporting them, supporting that business, and supporting that relationship, because they're part of my team, is really key. Now, one of the big things that I always like to look at is, I don't actually need to do it. Every morning, my team, I wake up, I have a quick look at my Amazon business, the Slack channel just for that Amazon business, and my admin VA will post yesterday's figures, and we look at profits, ROIs. I have a quick look now. What did we do yesterday? So scroll through. Yesterday we did £3,062, and then we did a profit of £296 profit on our sales. For ROI 21%. So ROI isn't where we want it to be. We need to do some work on that. But I'm happy, number one, the sales are where they need to be. So that means we're getting the volume. Number two, the profit is more than we need. I'm happy with that. But now it's just about improving the margin. So I've worked with my purchasing manager. My purchasing manager does all my purchasing for me in the business. He is going to be basically working on that. And we've been talking at length about driving that ROI. And it's going to take time. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I'll also as well have a quick look at the figures yesterday. So what am I looking at? I'm not so much looking at just the profit and ROI. I'm going to have a quick skim through and see what the staff have done. So each member of my team does a report when they log out. Sometimes I check it when they log out. Sometimes I check it the next day. Pretty much every single hour of every single day, what they've done, what stores they went to, and what products, not so much products, not even deals, but out of the deals that they found, how much do they think they can spend? So I'm really interested to look at what the estimated spend was for yesterday, and then also track that, what the actual spend was. So I'm looking through those now. We've got 4 sources going through that. There is a VA tracking sheet that we use, and I'll drop a link above to a video I did about that. It was really, really useful. But it just allows me to manage my business so easily. My purchasing manager will do a similar sheet or a similar output every single day, shares that what he's done, and again, he's going to show me what he's done hour by hour. But he gives me a summary of how much he's done that day and also that week. So far this week, and you've got to think right now, end of the play Wednesday, so today Thursday, he spent £5,056 on stock. Expected profit just over £1,000. So ROI not where it needs to be. So might be a few questions there about what's happening, but I appreciate he's had a very busy beginning of the week. So he's had a lot of deals to buy. And then also total cashback, interestingly, not as high as I thought it'd be, just over £100 on £5 grand worth of purchases. So probably not using the stores with cashback. They might just be asking the question, why, what's going on, and finding out. And then in addition to that, my admin VA also shares a report basically detailing what she's done over the same period yesterday, every single day. So I have a quick skim, just see what's going on. Now, one of the big things in any business is know your numbers, track your numbers, look at your profits, your ROIs on a daily basis, see what your team are doing. And I'm a big believer in not micromanaging. I want my team to bring the information to me, and then what I can do from there is simply look at it. I don't want to have to keep asking them every day. I want them to share it, and then obviously I can say, yeah, I can see what you're doing, or when there's a problem, I can get involved. But if I have to keep asking for the day, it's a problem. So they share those reports every single day. It just gives me clarity on the business. Right, time to go hit the gym, finish some work, and hit the gym. Couple of hours, 1 hour. I'm not that good, and just try and work out body and mind, keep that good. Oh, you get him. You too, mate. Oh, top tip, just remember, don't just track your profits, track your losses as well. You've got to control those losses in your business to remain profitable. Okay, so now we're going over there. There's a nice little building over there. It's got a really big gym in it. I'm going to go for getting some weights. I'm going to meet Mr. Filer down there. He's going to show me how to use the weights because I'm not a professional, as you can tell. And just really, right now, I'm really trying to focus on staying fit. And when you're working a lot, it's actually quite nice to have a break. And I find that probably around about 3 o'clock, I get a bit bored. So today's a little bit later, but I just kind of get a bit distracted. So switch off, hit the gym for a few hours, come back, shower, have something to eat, and go from there. Let's go. Now you might ask the question, how have I managed to run my business for 4 years and live this life? Quite simply, because I get reports from my team every single day that are telling me how they're performing versus their targets. And it's managing and viewing those reports every single day that is keeping my business on track. So top tip, check your reports every single day. Back to the house now, shower, and grab some food, picked up some whey protein, and hopefully it's not going to rain. I know, it's like, oh my god, we're on an island in the west of Africa and it's going to rain. I came here for the sun, not the rain. But it is the 3rd of November right now, and I'm out here in shorts and t-shirt, and it's rather nice. So yeah, that's it. Let's go home. My gym right there. Right, okay, it's that time. I'm now going to go out and meet some friends for a drink. Now, quite simply, my top tip for you is always be networking. Even when I was abroad in Hanoi in Vietnam, meeting new people online, even during these times of COVID, is super, super important. You don't know what you don't know, and networking with other people is going to be key. Even when I was in Hanoi, I was talking to people about the way we ran FastTrackFBA, and the way we do it right now, tokens and lead service, would not have been the way it is if it wasn't for me networking with other people. Interesting enough, the guy who gave me the idea had no idea about Amazon selling or anything. He actually told me a different way to do something, and I kind of interpreted that and went, wow, we could do that with our lead service, and it's going to solve so many problems. So don't just focus on your niche, meet different people, network, get out there. It's going to save you so much, and it's going to educate you so much as well. Again, you don't know what you don't know. Top tip, always be networking. Right, just here now. Go for drinks. Right, just finished that. Need to keep the mask on soon. People around. Nice little meetup. Met some wonderful digital nomads, and on the way home now. So that is pretty much an evening for me. One thing I'll add in that is it's quite busy in there tonight, actually. Interesting enough, last week there was only probably 20 people, but today there was probably about 40. Why? Well, 2 days ago, English government announced lockdown for 4 weeks. And guess what? 20 Brits turned up, so a lot of digital nomads are from England. That's what I learned today. Okay, so really good night. I really enjoyed that, actually. Met some very interesting people, data scientists. I love talking to them. So quite simply, it's now time for me to go to bed, and obviously I'm going to have a shower and then hit the sack. But I pretty much try and sleep around 10 p.m. And one thing I always do before I get to bed, quite simply, is I read an app on my phone or a website called Quora, Quora, and it allows me just to switch off. I read completely different things from work, and in about 10-15 minutes, I'm completely just out, and I can switch off and sleep very, very easily and have a great night's sleep. My brain isn't buzzing. So I really enjoy that. But the one thing which I'll probably leave you with is, should we say, my final top tip. Now, my final top tip I'll leave you with is, before I tell you what it is, quite simply, you probably watched this video thinking, I'm some kind of like showing you some kind of life which isn't true. I've lived with Luke Feiler for a month now. I'm now on my own, and I've pretty much done that. 5 a.m. starts, pretty consistent in the work ethic, gym 4 times a week. Sometimes I'll have lines, sometimes we'll work later, sometimes we'll go out, but it's a pretty consistent to what you've seen today. And I think the question comes is that, why do I do that? Because quite simply, I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to build a better life. And I understand that it's that consistency. It's that pushing forward that makes all the difference. So my final top tip for you is more of a quote, something to think about. And it's from Jerry Rice. And it's quite simply, do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can do what they can't. And for me, that pretty much encapsulates everything that I do, the reason why I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, the reason why I have all my staff, the reason why I run 2 businesses, the reason why we hit the gym 4 times a week. Because I know that if I do this today, tomorrow I'll enjoy a much better life. That is what I want. And when I'm not working, I like to go and travel and explore the countries that I'm in. And last week, I spent a day out with Luke Feiler exploring this beautiful island that we're on right now. And what I'll do is I'll leave you with some videos that we took during that road trip so you can see around Gran Canaria. That's going to show you what it's like to say, we can just go hire a car whenever we want, go explore, do what we want. You're part of this nomadic digital online life. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, thank you very much for watching. Good night.